Out of the shadows. Out of the shadows. Out of the shadows.
So did a thing. Grim got the grimy drums. Grim got the grimy drums. Grim got the grimy. Grim got the grimy. Grim got the grimy. Grim got the grimy. Grim got the grimy drums.
Grim got the grimy drum.
All types of grime, like the type of grime that's like caked in between the cracks of the tires and your cleats and soccer, muddy soccer practice, like that type of grime.
Cleat grime.
What
Cleat
up,
grime
world? It is 3 Beats Later, your favorite weekly beat making podcast.
That's right.
What it do?
It's Monday.
It's Monday, y'all. And it's Piso and Cheeky. I'm Piso Earthhome, and you got Cheeky CP in the building. Shout out Education Beats. Shout out Grim, who has grimy drums. Shout out Q. Shout out all extended 3 Beats Later fam. We just doing it. I can't say solo, duo. We're doing it duo tonight.
Duo
On the MIC.
on a Monday too. We're back to Monday.
On a Sunday night. 3 Beats Later on a Sunday night.
Oh my god. Yo,
so we're just gonna hop right back into the conversation that Cheek and I were having. I went to the New York Football Buffalo Bills game versus New York Football Jets. I was about to say Jets, and the Bills took an L, and it was a big upset too. I can't imagine. You know, I have yet to watch the highlights because I need like 48 hours before I can watch the highlights or the lowlights. But I want to know what it feels like before I even say how I felt. How did you feel watching it on the TV? How did it feel?
I had this like impending sense of doom.
I did
before
too.
the game started because like the Jets are getting better. You know what I mean? You could see this team like putting it together. It's in a divisional matchup. We always drop like one or two divisional games.
Yeah, last year against the Patriots.
Yeah, it's like there's always one that we're gonna drop, right? I just had this weird feeling about the game. I'm like, all right. And you know, I'm not a guy that usually has that weird feeling. There's usually like I could call the losses pretty well. And this is gonna be a season where I think we're gonna have a couple losses. Like it's gonna be like four losses type of season.
After 2 picks, I was like, dang. And then just the what being there at the game, one of the things that I noticed most was like the Jets clock control was like exceptional. They just hogged the ball the whole game. Like either we had the ball and like scored quick, or it was 1, 2, 3 and out. We just never held the ball for very long.
What felt weird was it felt like no one was open. Like their defense.
Props to their defense. And they also pressured Allen like quite well too. So like I can't even hate on the Jets performance, even though I do think Josh Allen made some mental mistakes. I credit to the Jets defense. That's why when I left the game, I couldn't even be mad. Like I do feel like the Bills still could have won that game, obviously, but I couldn't even be that mad. I was just like, you know what, you guys stepped up. And you know, I'm just like, dang. But at the game that I went to, come on, and like I had a whole squad of people, dude. Man, I came home. I went to sleep at like 6 p.m. Like I just shut down. I was like, all right, day over.
That's why you always need to watch the highlights. Like, at some point this week because usually by mid game, you've had a couple drinks and it's like
Yeah, it gets. Yeah, I mean, I
cloudy
was
at the end
pretty
of the game.
blasted, but I still remember it. I still remember it pretty vividly. I remember every down, just like being so upset. Um, but okay, but this is not
Oh,
a football podcast, but we
but I
are
gotta
Bills
say one
fans.
last thing though.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. It
No, of
is
course.
the feeling that I had was like Josh Allen has these games where he just looks like he's just I don't even know. Like there's like this look on his face like he doesn't know what to do. And every once in a
Flustered,
while,
maybe.
yeah, this like flustered look. And every once in a while they would like zoom in on his face and
He looked really,
he looked a
yeah,
little flustered.
yeah. I mean,
But he owned it.
it,
I mean, like he like in the
yeah. No,
press conference, he said, "Hey, that
mhm.
was on me. I did not play good." So
I mean, I think that this is why the Bills need a good, a more impactful running game, so that we don't have to worry about Josh. We don't need it to be all
right,
about Josh all game,
right,
because it's hard to play 17 games and be perfect. You know,
right.
not especially in the NFL. It's too competitive, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, props to the Jets. Props to the Jets fans. They were pretty cool. Some of them was hating on us. But it was also fun. Not too much smack talking. Not too much smack talking, but it was good. It was a good time. You always have a good time when you go to a professional sports game. So, you know, we gotta keep going though. And I hope
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen isn't really hurt. I don't even know what that's all about. The
Yeah.
elbow.
Yeah. He looked like he was having some issue like in the last quarter. He was kind of holding his hand and I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on. But
Yikes.
okay.
All right. So
That's
anyway,
that's the Bills roundup
for
for the week.
the week.
And actually, speaking of, I don't know
Mhm.
what's on your calendar, but I am gonna be back in Buffalo for a little while. I'm gonna be coming in early pre-Thanksgiving.
Okay. Are you gonna be in for Thanksgiving? Because
Yes.
I'll be around Turkey Day
Okay.
as well. So we could link up
Yeah, we should
for show for
do
show.
something, some sort of chill for a second or something
Yeah,
like
maybe
that.
we link up with E and Graham like we did before, and do a little 3BL photo op.
There we go. Um okay. So back to music. This is
Hmm.
a music production podcast.
Yes, it is.
If you don't know by now, we get together every week. We spin a wheel, we sample music, we play some music for everybody's ears. We learn from each other and we keep it moving and we spin that wheel again. And last week was the first time that we brought the wheel back in a long time. I don't even know
Hmm.
the last time we actually had an official wheel spin. But if you look at what we did in the last episode, I will share the wheel so you can see all the different challenges that are on there. We have Oh man. So we spun the wheel and this week's challenge was to create a track using reverse sounds. Um and actually that was like we did that way in the back of 3B the beginning of 3BL. So this is like a part 2 episode you're seeing today. But check out all the other challenges we put up on the board. Here we go. You ready? I'm going to go down the list. Afro House, YouTube tutorial mashup, sample from the Toxic Avengers movie,
Yo.
sample an
uh,
audiobook, sample Marvin Gaye, I Want You, vocal and rhythm track only. This one is sample public domain sounds, royalty free library. Tiny Tim Part 2. Oh my God. Sample an acapella group. And then Trap Christmas. The one that I took off already was the one that we're doing this week. So we should have 9 on here. Yeah, 9. So at the end of this episode, we're gonna spin the wheel again. But P, since E's not here, if the wheel spins and it lands on Tiny Tim Part 2, we will spin the wheel again. Okay.
yo, we can go ahead and just burn that.
Just take it off for this wheel spin.
I mean, you know what? he made a good point. Despite it's funny. It's not even that I don't even mind sampling it. I just don't want to listen to it to find the sample.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Because whatever, you can sample anything, but I gotta actually listen to the music first to find the sample. And I
Yeah.
just feel like I'm getting too old to shorten my lifespan by listening to that. So E, we're gonna get as many dummy spins as possible to avoid that stuff, that Tiny Tim's sample.
Power.
Indeed.
Um, and we also have another thing that I wanted to bring up, and let me see if I could pull it up. I have a special thing we could add to this week's challenge once we get around to spinning the wheel. I need to get into a folder really quick. I'll bring it up at the end of the show when we do the wheel spin. Okay. So reverse samples.
Part due.
Part 2. We might have Grim jump in, and I'm not sure if Grim has a track, but
Yeah, I hope we have some grimy drums.
If he comes in, he'll be a little bit late. So what we're gonna do is just play the tracks that we have. And I think
of which I don't have one. Yeah, sorry, y'all. It's been several weeks since I've made a beat.
It's been
Relocating, doing a lot of
weeks.
things. Here's me copping a plea. But no cap, I will be making beats real soon.
Yeah, what does that look like? You said you're getting ready to kind of jump back in the booth. What does that timeline look like for you?
Oh, see, I don't be living by timelines and stuff, because the planets are, orbit the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I don't know, man. Like, the hardest thing for me is not making music. Making music is actually fun. The hardest thing is always going to be marketing it. So the timeline for me is always depending on when I feel like giving whatever I do a substantial marketing push.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it really boils down to. And I haven't really felt like doing that in a while, but now I'm having a little bit more free time, and I have some ideas of how to combine some of the stuff I'm doing with comics with music and do a substantial marketing push and kind of group everything together. So once I create the marketing opportunities, then I can fill that with some good music content. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a big picture thing. You got an idea incorporating music, comics,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean, what does a good marketing push look like? 6 months before a release for you?
Wow. I mean, I think today's day and age, that's too much. I mean, that's definitely how long you'll need at least to like plan whatever you're putting together. But in regards to like the actual whatever, you don't want to tell somebody like, yo, my album's dropping in March. You know what I mean? That's like people can't hold on to that. I mean, unless you're talking about a big budget, $250 million movie, that's different. But for like indie music, you don't want to give people that much. But I do see that I noticed the promotional timeline is returning. Like that went away from music for a while, where Beyonce flipped the whole game and she just dropped her album with no promo, and that has been working well for artists for a while, for the last few years. Just drop your album, no promo, and let the music promote itself. But now I see artists going back to building a promotional ladder. Actually, what Taylor Swift did with this album that she just released is quite interesting. She bundled, well, artists have done this already, but she bundled ticket sales with the album's sales. So thereby increasing her album sales substantially. But she also released like a digital version of the album and like a vinyl version of the album. And I guess there's songs on each version that are not on the other one. So, that compels fans to purchase both versions.
Right.
Thereby increasing her sales. I don't know. I just been with my other businesses and whatnot. paying attention a lot to just e-commerce, and it's all human psychology. Who I'm talking to you know all about marketing. That average cart is for people who are doing music and trying to monetize music. It'd be dope if we had the fingers on, because he's could speak probably about this a lot even more deeply. Whatever your product is wildly important. And the more physical you can make your product, the more tangible it is for people, the more money you can actually make, right? So that's why vinyl and cassette and CD has had an uptick in the last recent years, despite digital music. Same reason in the comic book and graphic novel world, it's still, I think, 80% physical. Is because people want those tokens. They want that special connection in the real world connection. And what I didn't anticipate, that the more digital the world becomes, the more valuable the physical items are. So I kind of thought a lot of this stuff would be phased out by now with the evolution of technology, but it kind of is going the other way, actually, where, physical embodiments of art are becoming even more, cherished. So, which is why I still wonder about the whole NFT thing. Every week somebody tries to sell me on NFTs, because I'm just like, well, is this, like I said, I think about human psychology. As a marketing person, you understand that as well.
Right.
Human psychology, is it going more towards like digital tokenism, or is it still gravitating more towards physical tokenism? I don't, I feel like we're still rooted in this physical world. No matter how digital we try to become, we are physical. Like, I love these ideas of shows like, Ready Player One or whatever, like, oh, we're all going to live in a digital world, or the metasphere, or whatever they call it, metaverse, or whatever.
That book is dope. If you read the book of
I'll read the book is dope. Man. I'm sure it is. But the whole like metaverse, like, this is where we're trending. We're all going to be in this thing. I'm just like, I still just think we're two essentially real world physical beings. I don't know.
Well, I would say a couple of things in response. One is, I am no marketing expert. Let's just be clear there. And looking at like what all these independent artists are doing, it's like, it's eye-opening, man. Like, I know you mentioned Taylor Swift, but I was looking at a couple releases from a producer. I forgot what the producer's name was, but they had a release that was like a physical CD, a physical tape, a t-shirt, and then they printed the like images from the artwork of the album onto roller skate wheels. So you got a set of roller skate wheels as well, which I thought that was pretty sweet. So I think like everybody is, there's just so entrenched in like the whole merch game, and
being creative,
being really smart and creative about that, I think is like, is something that's cool to see everywhere.
It's easier for independent artists also to create merch as well. So that
exactly.
helps as well.
And I mean, I just in it, talking about like different versions of albums and stuff like that. I just released an album with the band that I'm in, and we
word, you didn't, how come you're not plugging it on the show?
Well,
bro?
I'm gonna do a thing for it.
Okay, all right, okay.
But it's like, just even like with this group, which we kind of have like this gimmick thing going on in a weird way. It's like a really unique blend of music and stuff like that. It's like, it's so tough. Like, we've been playing in the DC area for like 13 years, some crazy amount of time, and we have like an interesting following, because they really do like search for us and come to try to like find us when we're playing and stuff like that.
Y'all got groupies? Oh wait, sorry, we're on the recorded channel.
Yeah, exactly.
All
right. But even now, like we had to like have like a months long debate about what are we going to produce, and we landed on just, let's make more CDs, because
oh man, if I would have told y'all go with vinyl or cassette.
That's the thing though, like it's so weird, man. Like, just to put talk about like where the debate went, it's like, it kind of didn't matter what we made. We could have made like who knows, man? Like, I don't think anybody is truly putting the CD in the CD player. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're just supporting us. They're like,
Right. No.
Whatever this cost
Well,
is,
that well,
we
that's
want to
why
support you guys, and it's
that's
cool
why
that I got something in my hand
I feel like
afterwards.
vinyl is the best because even if you most likely will never play the actual record, it's a nice piece of art that looks good because of the
Yeah,
size.
I'm pro
And
vinyl, but we had like some serious there's like some serious delays if we were even going to go down that road. Like
oh
there's
really?
still like
Oh,
supply
okay.
chain madness or whatever,
I'm
and
dealing with that with my graphic novels, so I totally understand that.
so
Yeah, okay. That's
so we
that's
just
that's understandable.
printed CDs, and then we reprinted a bunch of our older design for T-shirts. We just put them on new colors and stuff like that. And we had our show, like just like this small show around the DC area recently, and we sold a lot of merch. Like we sold a pretty good amount of merch for that size of a show, and
Nice.
it's like
Yeah. People
it's like
people want to take a piece of you home with them.
exactly. So like
That's what it'll
what are some other cool things? I mean, that realistically,
Okay, so I've had a okay, you just lit me up. If I had if I could do it right now, if I was really rocking shows like I used to rock, and I was really heavy on my merch game, I would not only print a series of tapes, but I would print, and I'll tell you why I do the tapes. Because out of the three different physical music merch that we can talk about, CD, vinyl, cassette, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do with flash drives too. We'll get to that later. But
mm,
just focusing on the CD versus vinyl versus cassette, cassettes are the cheapest to manufacture, and they look cool and they have a very novelty feel to them.
mhm,
But no one has any cassette players. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna just buy a bunch of really cheap cassette players online, and I found a bunch of them. You can buy them from China, whatever, and then buy like I don't know 100 of them, and just find a way to decal them. To find some type of
yes,
sticker.
yeah,
I don't know if I can make a custom sticker or something like that, some type of wrap on the cassettes because no one sells cassette players. And I understand this, you have to do a lot of work, but if you could just get over that hump and have like a series of custom cassette players with your tape, and even if you had the old school cheesy friggin' headphones to go along with it, um, I guarantee I can bet you any amount of money people would eat them shits up because even if they didn't love your music, they would probably still buy the cassette players because they probably got some tapes at home that they
mhm,
can't play anymore. So
right,
just to be like, oh shit, you have a cassette player here,
right.
a tape player, hell yeah, I'll buy that.
I think
Um,
I think we talked about this. That's like a really
yeah,
smart
that
idea.
I that's what I would push towards. Obviously I'm doing the whole graphic novel thing, so you know, having really professional graphic novels to be paired with my music. There's a comic book company out there that is doing that with a lot of artists and musicians right now, like big name
hmm
artists and musicians, just making graphic novels and using their likeness in it as well. So like if for your own band or own artist, like doing something like that, some type of, if you're not obviously if you're not into comics and graphic novels, some type of magazine, some type of art book, coffee table, something with big, beautiful images, like
hmm
whoever did your artwork or whatever, if they have more art or whatever, or if maybe somebody in the band has art or does art or even photography, cool, amazing photos of your band or maybe fans or places that you guys have performed, whatever, something
hmm
that just looks really cool, physical, and it's really well printed and looks pretty. People would buy that. Like bands don't sell enough books, but
hmm
do a creative a book of your lyrics. Like every page is like the lyrics to one of your songs, but it's done in a creative way where there's some type of art or the font or whatever. So
hmm
it's a lyric book, but it's also like an art book too.
hmm
Once again, just be creative with what your sound is, your brand is, and also reverse engineer it. Think about what you would want when you leave a show. I mean, I went to the Griselda show. I paid him was $100 for a fucking t-shirt,
Oh my
but
God,
but
no,
it was
P.
it was a Conway t-shirt. He had done. a collab with some French t-shirt company, and the shit was fly. It looked like some Basquiat shit. And every time I wear that t-shirt, I get a compliment because it's fucking lit. But I mean, that's Griselda's lane, right? They're kind of like high street fashion, right? So of course they're gonna have shit like that at their show. But I think you know, your audience, you play in the DC area, for instance. Whoever, I'm just speaking to the Three Beats Later audience right now. Whatever your lane is, whatever it is that you appeal to, dig into it. I mean, there's a lot of things that I didn't know you could really market and monetize the way you could, and I guess it was a fear thing. Like even the comic books thing, that was something I was like, oh, you can't be a rapper and have a comic book. That's corny, right?
Mhm.
Or even like I see the way that Griselda moves with wrestling and how heavy they lean into that. That would have been something that I would have just imagined that you really couldn't lean into heavy
Right.
as a rapper, but just do what fits you and you what you love, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all those are that's like really good ideas. I'm just thinking of like, our I think our audience is a little bit older. Like we have a fan
Mm-hmm.
base that's like, you know, starts at like mid 30s and goes,
Mm-hmm.
way older, I would say.
And then it
So
gets
it's
stuff
just like
like get one of those beers, those beer.
a beer stein.
I'm sure there's or yeah, shit. I bet you if you found a custom beer, a company to do a beer collab with, that would be
Yes,
dope.
that's what we need to do. Honestly, we really need to do that.
Alcohol always sells, you
Yes,
know.
this is true.
Um, but I don't know how you would be able to sell beer at a venue that you probably that's probably serving alcohol. That's I don't know if that'll
Mhm.
work. The logistics that
We
might
gotta
be
think
tricky. But if you're
about
doing some
that.
outdoor festival or something like that, maybe there's an opportunity to sell beer or wine, a nice wine that you guys have a collab with
Mhm.
some local wine place, and you guys, they put your name or something on the logo or something,
There we
and
go.
they do a quick limited like 50 or something like that bottles. So,
That's the dream. That's the dream.
uh,
All right, let's jump into some music. How about that?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Let's get to some beats.
We're gonna listen
Um,
to a track I made.
word.
So the challenge was reverse samples, reverse sounds.
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Um, so what's interesting here is this is kind of like an unveiling of a beat, but also things that I've been working on behind the scenes. So, the funny thing is we had, I think it's episode 17 where we actually did a reverse challenge. So that's like in the very beginning stages of 3BL. We had, hey, take some sounds, reverse them, and play a track. And from that seedling of a beat, I've been going through my archives, all the beats that are sitting on my hard drive, and I've been working with some of those seeds and building this like pretty cool sample pack, loop pack with a flute player. And that was one of them, like the original reverse challenge. Um, and then I am completely like weirdly in this middle of the road on what I want to do with this loop pack because every chance that I get a chance to like work with somebody or an opportunity comes up, I keep going back to this loop pack and I'm like using them for my own purposes. So I've never released this flute thing yet because all the tracks are just like I like them too much, I think. So it's like I'm in this weird spot. Anyways, so this is what I did is I went back to that track, got the loop sample in here, and then I added to it and did some more reverse cool stuff, and then just started like building a pretty cool groove. That's like a derivative of a derivative, if you will.
Uh,
But where is this? So I have like a loop set up. I'm gonna just play it and I'm gonna kind of like have some things come in and out. So we'll listen to it like 3 times through, basically.
all right.
And then why? See, this is what Logic's doing to me. It's making me go crazy over here. If I hit solo, why are those two things soloed? What did I do? What did I do? All right, whatever. That's happening. Will this work? Yeah, let's see. Okay, cool. Let's play this too. Here we go. Mute your engines. Okay. That's the groove. So
Those flutes felt like you were summoning, like doing a snake charming melody right there. That was
yeah,
that was wild.
they're kind of funky. This is the reverse sample, so I'll just play this for you. There's some outer space shit. And actually, if you look at what that is, it's just this sound. Oh. So if you play them together, it actually sounds pretty cool. So I did this really cool thing. This is probably the highlight of what is going on here. Let me just show you because this is worth looking at. It is taking that like arpeggiated stuff, just an arpeggio, right? It's like a arpeggiator, and it's just playing these chords. And if you throw an effect on it, the effect that I'm using is called, it's a plugin called Manipulator. And if you look at what's happening as we speak, see how this dial is like going left and right here? That is like a formant. It's like designed to make like vocals sound like it's coming from the back of your throat or the front of your throat. So if you throw vocals into here, it would sound like like it freaks with your the sound of your voice. It can make you sound like an alien, or it can make you sound like a little person, or like a deep type of thing, right? So what I did was I added what is called modulator. It's just an LFO joint, and you can tell it to control different. It basically automates whatever you want it to. So I'm telling it, hey, use this sine wave, use this oscillator, and just evenly, smoothly, you can see it right here, go left and right on this dial at this rate. So it's a very slow rate. And when you play that, what happens is this. You can hear that weird like tone in the background that sounds like real tinny all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then it sounds really like wider and almost like, you know. Okay, so that's what I did to the piano arpeggiation, and I just took that sample and I reversed it, and that's how you get this right here. And the whole idea is playing those chord changes on the guitar, right? Just reinforcing it, right? The weird joint that's in this as well is this like synth that sounds like distorted. And if I solo that, that is probably the most like movie sounding type of thing that I made. And then there's the flutes. All right. So that's a peek inside of
that. I think that would I think this would be great for like a movie or TV scene, like a James Bond movie, like he's somewhere. I mean, I don't mean to just sound typical, but like it sounds like if he was like in the Middle East or something like that, and he was like in some like, you know, scene at a dinner or something, like he's got to kill somebody or whatever. It's got like espionage in this beat, you know,
mystery and espionage. Yeah, I threw in like, I mean, the drums aren't really fully established, but what I threw in was an Apple loop, so you hear that like tambo situation. It says Persian Daira. That's an Apple loop, and it gives it that maybe a little bit of that little flair you're talking about, P, with the flute. Yeah, and it just goes back and forth between two chords, so it creates like a little bit of a like mystery there. It's like kind of like bouncing back and forth. But anyways, that's the track.
Nice.
Reverse.
Very dope. Very dope.
I just powered myself there.
As you should.
Oh wait, Grim is. I didn't realize I was sharing, and Grim is in the building.
Oh, the
Grim's
grimy
showing up.
The grimy beaded one himself.
The caked on cleated.
Yo, back in football, I used to be able to peel like an entire cleat.
Yo.
Yo, what's up?
Grim, what's good, man?
Grimy drum Grim in the building.
What's good? Sorry, guys, for the no camera late show up. What's up, guys?
Not
What
much,
up,
man.
What up, bro?
What's good, man? I got the young warriors in the background. They beating me up, man. There's no rest. So it's a little bit, like I said, war zone. They're roughing me up.
Cheeky just played his beat. Did you happen to have a beat tonight, or
Yeah, I got a little something. I have a little something.
you got a little something for the
nice.
people?
This is your challenge, Grim.
I know, right? I got so many. I was going to like try to, because I got so many of these type of beats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like a Zoom challenge, but I have a little something I put together. Nothing spectacular, you know.
And it goes a little something like this.
A little groovy.
Well, what are you doing this evening, by the way?
I have the kids, you know. The wife
Just
went
chilling
out,
with them.
Yeah, she went out and went to grab some things from the store, and you know.
She's like, you watch the kids while I go. Yo,
Yeah.
Why is it? They'll reach that point. They'll be like, all right, you definitely are gonna watch the kid.
You
have no
got it.
option.
You got it. Yeah.
I'm out. I'm about to do me. I'm about to do me for the next hour or two, or 3 or 4.
Right. You just gotta do it.
Yep.
But yeah, for the more, how you guys feeling, man? I know you.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, Grim.
I feel like I know what you was about to say before you even said it. Yeah, we've already discussed the Bills game and the fact that I was there, and the fact that they lost.
Yeah.
Shout out the Jets. Shout out the Jets. Y'all played well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be one of those sore losers.
That was I'm asleep on you game.
Mm-hmm.
And not show up.
Did not.
Yeah.
We were beat up a little bit too. No Poyer, no Milano.
Wait, did Trey White come back yet?
No, they still sat him. I mean, he's like activated, but I think he still is gonna sit out for like another game or two.
Still no, of course, no Micah Hyde for the season.
No Poyer, no Milano, no Trey.
No Milano wasn't in either?
Yeah. See?
Oh boy.
So we had some issues there, but that's nothing to blame.
Well, you know, that's a dangerous loss in the division, you know what I'm saying? And the Jets beat Miami too. The Jets beat Miami.
It's wild that the Bills are 0-2 in their division. That's not even like
that's not good.
That's weird. But there's a lot of games left. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But Grim, you want to share? I could make sure. Let me see.
Yeah, I can share.
Oh, there you go. You should be able to now.
Show your work.
Mommy?
Show me your move. What fighting game was that from? I think that's from Smash Bros. To Captain Falcon taunt. Show me your moves.
Q is jumping in. Uh-oh.
Wait. Q?
Q on a Monday night?
On a Sunday night?
Q Rock 639? On a Monday?
Has anyone ever asked us? Have we ever asked where the 639 comes from?
Hey.
There he is.
Yo.
There he is. You could ask a question right now.
I was just wondering, have we ever asked where the 639 comes from?
Shoot. No, but hold on. Y'all got me. I'm over here juggling. How y'all doing? What's happening, party people?
We're doing good, man.
Y'all can see me. Is my camera on?
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah, we can see you.
See me struggling. All right.
What up, bro? Homie? Big Q 639 is in the building, y'all.
Oh, that's good. What's good? Q.
Captain, can we call you Captain Graybeard? Or
you can. You can't call
Man.
me Captain Graybeard. You wouldn't be the first though, but you can call me that. I'll hold it down. I be trying to go back and forth between the little I don't even want to say Beijing because I got a black owned company that I use my hair dye to. I can never remember the name of it. It's terrible. I'm gonna go back to the house in a second. I'll get one.
Oh man, shout out to my brother Clay, man. He just turned me into an R&B singer this weekend. I had the family up. Yeah, he took care of all that. The grades ain't nothing there right now.
It's weird. Sometimes I
Great
hate him, and
sculpts.
sometimes
Yep.
it's like, nah, I want to represent the great beard. Let them know it ain't no fluke, man.
Listen,
You
once in
know?
a while you got to jump in the time capsule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Get in the
man.
time machine and just take it back. I still got it.
You know. Nah, but 639 is before we had phones with GPS and all of that mess. That's my old address when I first got into rapping. My name was first LA Rock. I called myself LA Rock. I don't know. I always knew I was going to end up in LA for some reason. So I called myself LA Rock. Then I started writing my name and graffiti on the wall. Shout out and rest in peace to Tame One. Trying to be like all of them back in the day. And there was a movie back in the day called Turk 182, I think it's called. And this dude was like a graffiti writer, like a political kind of thing. The movie was so, but you know, that's the early days. That came right at I'm old, y'all. That came right at the early days of mid 80s, you know, vibe. So it just fit right in with everything hip hop and graph and all that. And everybody was doing that. Like, you know,
Right.
add their PS school or something, you know, to their name. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use 639. And my father used to have this little white rock sitting right at the edge of the driveway. So anytime my friends would come by, I'd be like, "Oh, y'all want to come by the house after school, whatever? Whoop whoop, come down. I'm right down the road from the school. My house is the one with the rock on the corner, the big white rock, 639." And it just always was something I was always saying in a combination, rock and the number 639. So that's it. That's
Dope.
my name, dog.
Nice.
Shoot rocks.
Got a little mini origin story.
That
Mixing with
is
that.
a good story, man.
Speaking of which, I want to put all of that in the comic book form at some point. I really need to talk to you, P. So I'm trying to stop talking about it and actually be about it, man.
Yo, let's do it, bro.
Yo, Q. Timothy Hutton is in Turk 182. I did not know that.
Yes.
And
yes,
Kim
she is.
Cattrall.
Yes, she is. Early before pre-Sex in the City days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine was like Beach Street and
Wild
it
Style.
really wasn't. Wild Style was my joint. Like Wild Style and Beach Street was.
Wild Style is my joint now, but in Tennessee, it took us a while to get that. Like I didn't peep Wild Style until well after the movement had started. I'd already thrown up my first pieces. You know what I mean? But when I saw it, it was like, oh my God, like that's it, bro.
Stuff.
I might buy some paint right now. I'm not even playing. I was gonna buy some paint earlier today just because, you know, we lost a legend. I'm like, I'm about to go throw it up for old time's sake.
Yo,
I don't think I won't when I will.
Did they say what happened to Tame?
I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything.
I didn't know if it was if they rest in power, yo, for real. I used to have. I had that was a tape I definitely bought. Was Hard Facts album. I definitely bought that.
They have a new project that's supposed to be out now. Like they were, I want to say L was out here recently. Like they stay performing, you know, like they're very prolific with the music up until now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, bro. And then that and Hurricane Gloria had me in a weird mood all day today, bro. You know.
Word.
But
yeah. So right before you hopped on, Grim was about to share his beat with us. Did you have any updates? Anything you wanted to tell the people real quick? 639.
Make sure y'all are
The Rock.
Make sure y'all are staying in tune with 3 Beats Later. Even when I'm not at the crib and the show is on, I gotta jumped in. You see, I'm out here in the streets right now, so I want to hear that Grim beat. So, what y'all got for me?
Voila. All right,
Grim.
I'll play it. I'll play it. Rough draft. Here we go. Here we go.
Bro, let me mute my mic.
Here we go.
Oh.
Take that off.
Oh.
Fire as always. Grimity.
Grimothy. Nice.
Grimothy.
Grim
You
got
gotta
the
say that with a
grimy
list. Grimothy.
Grim got the grimy drums.
So as usual, like lately I've been keeping it very basic. Very simple. And I sampled, I don't even remember what I sampled. Did I write it down? Nope.
Grim got the grimy drums.
But I'll play it. Yes. That's like the intro. Matter of fact, let me just play if I can.
Oh. Is that from a movie?
It's from jeez, man. Hold on. I got it somewhere over here. I need to blow myself up. Sitting here somewhere.
Sample snitching.
Sample snitching. Sitting here somewhere. Oh man. Mike Gibbs. I was just surfing, Mike Gibbs Orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. I caught a nice little so I just chopped up that part and nope.
There it is. Just atmosphere.
Yeah. Like try to capture mostly the ambiance of it. And this is the other part of it I use. And I also use a drum loop from my drum pack. Lava Rocks Playground. Coming to you soon. And I chopped it up. Playing around. I think I slowed it down a little bit. Threw a pitch on it. Yeah, I threw a pitch on it. Made it a little cruddy. And the normal simple I believe this is a sub.
Mhm.
out of studio, something basic. And this drop I use, I think I used it from Illmind. Added reverb to it, some reverb and echo, more like an alarm warning. But that's it. That is it. That is it, my friend. Nothing crazy, just need lyrics, that's all.
Talking to me?
A couple of
Nice.
rappers on here. There's a couple of rappers on here.
Yeah, seriously.
Fire.
I'm like, let me chill before Super say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already loaded up, man.
Uh,
You got a deck waiting for you, man.
sheesh.
That was flames, yo.
It's grim.
Appreciate it.
Love it. Love it. I can imagine some cheeky bars on there.
Yeah. We could do whatever, man. You know, a couple of bars, high pitched voice, you know what I'm saying?
Fat blouse, hot sauce.
That
Yes,
blouse.
sir.
Hot sauce. Hey, let's spin this wheel, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do it. And you know what? We came up with a rule since E is not on the episode.
Yes.
That means
If it hits Tiny Tim, it's an automatic.
it's
dummy
automatic.
spin.
Oh wow.
If it's Tiny Tim, it's a dummy spin twice.
So we're gonna do one dummy spin, and then it'll be official. So here we go.
He's gonna hop off if he's watching. Like, wait a minute.
Oh, I think that was Q's, right? Sample of the Toxic Avengers movie. Okay, here we go. Here's official one. This is the
that's
next
one of
challenge.
mine.
And I
It's
got a
another
special.
one of mine.
Oh, that's yours, Grim? I got
Yeah.
a special I got some special dust to sprinkle on this challenge. Here we go. You ready?
Dust. Magic pixie dust.
Oh.
Oh, I was about to say.
Okay,
I
sample
Public
can't
domain.
see that. What does it say?
Public domain.
public
Oh, that's
domain.
mine.
So Q,
Nice.
you got to give us some direction in terms of
Yeah, where's a good public domain
where's a good
library? You got
public domain library.
link us.
I'll have to look. I definitely have a couple. I was just looking up some stuff today, honestly. Just milling around trying to get my productive mind going and shit. But I'll come up with something. I'll find some sites. There's a couple that I know of. I just gotta find them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know Creative Commons and all of that is good. Where I want to go with that is more like I don't know, man. Like you can find stuff that somebody made yesterday that's royalty free or whatever. Like you want us to dig in the crates, man, and pull something out that's got like some dirt on it. Like, yo, I got this drum loop from this live performance of these freaking, Afghanistani drummers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like there's goodies out there to be found. So I'll see if I can narrow it down a search list for us.
This might be one. This is Library of Congress, free to use and reuse sets. I think there's another one that actually has all the samples like organized. Like you could actually go and just click on things. Oh wait, this might be just images.
Might have some political theme samples we can rock right now. Some election-based samples and whatnot.
But there was a really good one that had like a really good interface too. Anyways, but here's the twist. You ready? So not only are we going to take these public domain sounds when Q gives us a good link, but we on the show all have access to this folder called Push It Along Stems at 79 BPM. So you get extra credit if you use stems that Q provided for a track that he has an acapella for. This is all his vocals here. So he has like a whole thing going on here. So this is a mashup challenge. Make a beat, incorporate some of these public domain sounds. They could be just ear candy or whatever, or they could be a big part of the beat. And then extra credit if you want to just throw on Q or incorporate some of the lyrics that Q provided to us for his track called Push It Along. So it's in this folder. I think everybody out here has access to this. Let me just
Good
make sure.
idea. I like that idea. I
So
like
it's
that.
a
Nice.
twofer. It's a twofer.
2 for the price of 1 plus the dollar.
Twofer. Dope. Let's get
Twofer.
it, gentlemen.
That's the next week's challenge. So I'm just gonna stop sharing right now. And
Word.
there we go. Open forum, y'all. Before we,
You know, I was gonna
jump
say
off.
something crazy.
Pow.
We should have a challenge sampling reaction to Bills games.
Oh,
Oh boy. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of tears this week.
I'm sorry, you know I had to get you. I'm a Jets fan. We don't have a lot of time to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a very
Yeah, y'all
rare
better
thing.
enjoy this one, man. Y'all better enjoy this one because in a few weeks y'all gotta come to Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
And you have to keep that same energy. Come to Orchard Park. That
Hey,
same energy.
I'm just talking
Is that
smack
the
and
Thanksgiving
talking,
game?
bruh. Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
That would be
bored of this
close
stuff.
if it was Thanksgiving. Nah.
No,
Yeah,
but all
that'd be
jokes
fun.
aside, like some sort of Bills related
Bills
theme.
theme.
Sample chunk. Yeah, man. Like y'all right there, man.
Make
Like
a new
all
shout song.
something. Didn't
Oh, Benny
Super
the
Disco
Butcher.
Bills?
Benny the Butcher did a Bills song.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. What did you think about
Wow.
that? What do
That
you
was
think about that,
great.
Pete? Huh?
I think he
It
just
was
told
good.
you.
I mean, yeah, that could be a challenge because there's a lot of like hype Bills hype songs and stuff like that. We can make a new one.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
others. I only know of the one. There's other.
There's a lot of like just fan made shit, but you're always like the line between like it being a good hype track
Trash and good.
and cheesy and corny is like paper
Yeah.
thin.
It's like the whole block help you write the damn songs. Hell no.
I would imagine all sports team fan songs have that issue. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, 100%.
The best one was when
everybody's
when Wiz Khalifa did Black and Yellow. That was the
Oh, yeah,
hardest.
that was the best.
I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's probably the
Did you ever
best joint.
Did you ever hear T-Pain's Miami Dolphins joint?
No.
No. See, and that's what we talking about.
Wait. It's like he just kind of like redid their old like 50s sounding fight song. But we're about to listen to it right now, and this is probably gonna get taken down this portion.
See, I'm saying it's
so-
a great challenge. The NFL. There've been a lot of NFL themed songs throughout history, dog. You know.
Here we go. You ready? Oh boy.
Not really.
We should have gone with
Oh, we get a commercial in here.
Sponsored by
Sponsored by, who cares?
whoever the hell that is. Sponsored by.
Oh, this is so ridiculous. What? Come on, two
What?
commercials. Muted that.
You would not get away.
Here we go.
Two
You
for
ready?
Mondays, bro.
Miami and the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say
Okay, he gotta
Miami,
check
you're
this.
talking Super Bowl. Good with us, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one. They're the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody
And
got a nice check for that.
I was just getting ready to say he's probably still eating off of that. He better be.
you know what
I
is a
can't
good
think
one
of a
though?
better team to have a wax song with them like that though. Like, you know.
Yo, the good thing, I mean, one of my favorite things about going to away games, which if you don't go to away games, it's where it's at. And I went to the Saints Bills years back, and that whole atmosphere, that whole stadium is so much fun.
Ooh,
man.
that.
And we got our asses handed to us. But you ready for this one?
Yeah, it's a classic. About to play who that? Who them Saints?
Let's see. Here we go. You ready? I'm not sure. Every touchdown, the whole stadium is just like, having the best time shitting all over us.
And you hating it, but meanwhile you can't stop bopping because it's
Exactly.
going.
I'm like, man,
I mean that one actually kind of bopped. Like I don't know about
Yeah.
that T-Pain song, but
Mm.
that Yin Yang's record kind of had a bop to it.
yeah, I'm telling you. But
And
yeah,
I like
Q.
it, your
We
ass
might
with
have
the
to
good
add that.
music.
We might have to add that Q. The new Bills shout song or whatever that we're
Do
gonna
it,
call it.
do it.
Or the challenge could be make a sports anthem for your favorite team.
Oh, there you go.
Right. You know.
Grim, what's your favorite team?
In any sport.
The Giants.
Damn.
Boo.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan since the days of Mark Bavaro, my man.
Oh no.
What is the Giants song? Do you guys have a song?
I don't really care, you know what I'm saying? Because when you win Super Bowls, you really try not to
Oh
get
wow.
into all that stuff.
Talking all of that.
You know what I mean? So
Talking all of that noise.
I don't know.
Yeah. Typical giant reaction right there, dog. Like,
You know, when you're in Super Bowls, you don't focus on the songs like that. It just comes, you know. Whoever wants to throw in their hat is there.
I heard somebody say something like, "Is it what's your favorite? You know, your joint or what is it? Star Spangled. What is it? Star Spangled Banner? Where they open it? No, yeah, Star Spangled Banner, right? The Colin Kaepernick joint. Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, you know, shout out to the guys who go hard on making songs for their team. The spirit has to be there. You know what I mean? It's got to be a reason. But,
Listen, real Giants fans know what their song is. That's all I'm gonna say.
no.
Oh damn.
Let's go, Giants! That's all we need. That's all we need, man.
Nah, there is a giant song. Like, for some reason I want to say like I thought like Puffy and them did a joint. Didn't somebody do it?
See what I'm saying? When
no.
they win Super
Oh,
Bowls, they do
no.
a song. They do a song when they win Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. I'm pretty sure that's a song. But that's the thing. Like, you know, there's more giant haters than fans. So that's probably the real reason why nobody knows it, especially in New York. What you talking
Pretty
about?
much.
Yeah.
You know, Buffalo fans always tell us we're the original New York team.
You know, you can't take that. You can't take that noise to Jersey. You can't go across the fucking bridge and talking all that.
Jersey is basically Jets.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get it.
New Jersey Jets.
Exactly.
Shout out to my man Blizzard. He's a Jets fan. He called me too yesterday. I got a lot of calls yesterday about the Buffalo Jets game.
I couldn't even watch it out here. I was trying to. He said I got a lot of calls. People that you ain't heard from in years. Like, hey, Dale, how you doing over there? You good?
Man. I got phone calls like, yo, man. Yeah, man.
You know what they say? Check up on your folks, man. Check up on your folks.
Straight up. Half of the calls was like, man, you see that shit, man? You be like, what? What happened? Oh, man. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But you live.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to dip, y'all.
Yeah,
it was
let's
great.
call it. Let's call it. All right, everybody. Peace
Great
out.
to see you, Q. Great to see you, Graham.
Too, fam.
Yes, yo. Y'all be good, man.
We'll see you.
Hey, I'm gonna holler at you. Check the DMs. I need some guidance for the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to get the first on date comic book out now.
Let's talk, bro. Let's talk, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.
Next Monday.
Peace.